going on, everyone? SJ Collectibles back with another unboxing and action figure review video. And today I have the Mcfarlane DC Multiverse Swamp Thing figure. I was at a local Target today and I just saw him just sitting on the shelf and I could not believe he was actually there. I held off on the pre-orders of this figure, especially when I heard from a bunch of groups I'm a part of that when they were getting the figure, especially from GameStop, they were getting this Platinum Edition unpainted artist-proof figure. And I really think that's kind of schemy and really bullshit that Mcfarlane does that. It's kind of lazy. And I really don't know who those figures are for. I mean, unless you're like a completionist or whatever, but I mean, honestly, with how gorgeous this figure's paint job is, and I'm a figure customizer, and a lot of these DC Multiverse figures, for their price point, they are really lacking on the paint. They're really on the cheap side, and some of them, like Deathstroke, you give that figure a nice repaint, and he looks really amazing. So there's a lot of beauty and detail in those $20 price point figures, but it's just hidden underneath the mass-produced quickness of how fast Mcfarlane's been getting these things out. But this one in particular is beautiful. Love the paint job, and he's just amazing. And I was not expecting how big he really was. I mean, just doing a measurement on the box, I mean, the oversized box is 12 inches by 9 inches wide, and yeah, he's really just a massive figure. And at Target he was $39.99 plus tax, so he, you know, a little over 40 bucks, but I was really excited to find him. So going by the box, you've got his nice window box. You get to see everything he comes with, which is just this little alternate hand accessory you can swap out. Mine has a little bit of damage here, but I really don't care because I'm a loose collector. I don't care about these boxes, especially these boxes, because they're really freaking boring. On the side, it's Swamp Thing, and on the back, this is a really beautiful picture. I'm going to commend the artist, or I should say the photographer who took this picture, because it's really good. Just Swamp Thing roaming through the swamp. So really cool figure. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get him unboxed, we're going to review him, and we're going to do some comparisons and sizes to some other figures. Alright, so I got him out of the box, and here's a couple of things he comes with. You get the card, of course, with that same image on the back of the box. Gives you a little info on him. You know, his real name is Alec Holland, and it tells you stats of what happened to him. I was a really big fan of the old movies growing up, and here's his base as well. But anyway, yeah, I'll always remember we went to Suncoast Video when I was a kid, and they re-released the movie on VHS. Okay, I'm going to give him this base. And it was the European cut. You know, it's a PG movie and everything, so you're sitting there watching it. And all of a sudden you get to the part with Adrienne Barbeau, and, you know, Swamp Thing is watching her take a bath in the swamp, and you get to see some big old boobs and stuff. I wasn't expecting that when I was a kid. So, but anyway, back to the figure. He is just amazing. I mean, he can stand without this base, but for this video I'm just going to put him on it because it does help. He's got some weight behind him, but for the most part, he's really not too bad. But yeah, I was expecting a lot more rubber on him, but really the only thing that's rubber is, of course, like this new thing that Mcfarlane's doing, this rubber diaper shit. But it's really hidden well. But he does have rubberized pieces on his arms and his shoulders and stuff, especially like this leaf looking stuff or feather looking stuff. But he's just an overall amazing sculpt. Just look at his head. There's like no flaws on him. Usually I have some repaint stuff I gotta do, but damn, his head sculpt is amazing. And I'm really happy it wasn't like the alternate version where he's got the horns and stuff. No thank you. Just love the regular Swamp Thing. So his back got like this spine coming out. It looks really cool, and like this moss looking stuff. I just really love this character. But as far as articulation goes, I'll start from the top. He's got neck rotation. It's on a ball joint, but I mean, it's really not that great. He's got the shoulders, and like all Mcfarlane toys, I'm sure you can just I mean, the recent Mcfarlane toys, I'm sure you can just pop these arms right off. But he does have swivel, and there's a butterfly joint, but it's kind of, there we go. It's kind of, it's all right. That's on both sides. He's got single elbow, but he's got some really good range of motion. Let's look at that. It's almost like a bark. Gorgeous. And these hands, it's like almost like a claw. Freaking sweet. You got this side too. It's like got these roots coming off of it. This feather, really awesome. And you get into his waist. He's got ab rotation, but I mean, it's really kind of pointless. You got like almost like this rib cage design underneath, looking like tree. He's got that rotation too. He's got leg rotation, and he's got a double knee, and he's got ankle and toe. So that is the Swamp Thing. Oh yeah, and you can, ow, damn, got my closet right next to me. Pop that hand off, and you can put this alternate hand spike thing on if you want. I definitely won't use it, but it's an option if you want. Definitely not going to use that because it's definitely not as cool as both hands. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some other figures and do some comparisons. Alright, so first off, I'm going to bring in this other Mcfarlane. This is the Arkham Asylum Batman. I really like this figure a lot, but there's a size comparison next to him. And you can see, bring our tape measure in again. He stands in at a whopping 11 inches tall next to, standard 7-inch figure. So he's a big boy, and he's freaking awesome. But yeah, that's next to the Batman. Next, we'll bring in the Build-A-Figure Bane. I mean, still, Swamp Thing dwarfs the hell out of him. I did some custom stuff on him. But, yeah. He's still pretty small compared to him. Closest thing I've got to a figure that is still DC that is close is this Arkham Asylum Bane. He is customized. I used the lower legs of the DC Collectibles Killer Croc and made him a little taller, more accurate to the game. But yeah, so that's this Bane next to him. And he's about 10 inches tall, a little under 9.5. But yeah, so that's my closest comparison, is this Arkham Asylum Bane. And, but yeah. Anyway, I really am happy I found this figure. He is absolutely amazing. I definitely recommend him. Like I said, I held off on doing any pre-orders because of what I was hearing everybody was getting in the mail, and I did not want that to happen to me. So I'm very happy I found him in store. It was just kind of random. So I haven't seen these mega figures by Mcfarlane in the store, except for like maybe the Spawn Violator and stuff that I passed on. But yeah, I definitely couldn't pass on him. And so I highly recommend him. I hope you all like this video, and hope you find him yourselves, and like and subscribe, and tell me what you think in the comments. And this is SJ Collectibles, and saying action figures and all toys of every kind keep you young, and that's how it should be. Helps you enjoy life. It's a definite stress reliever for me to just go out and hunt stuff, especially in these hard times that we've been going through the past couple years. And when you find things like this, it really just not only brings out your inner child, because we didn't have all this cool shit when we were younger that we're getting now. So it's so exciting to get these amazing articulated pieces of art like this to admire and look at on our shelves. So anyway, this is SJ Collectibles, and take it easy, guys.